some years ago, about 24, 25 years ago, I was preaching in a youth meeting. Pastor Victor, do you remember, in the basement, that basement place? And I said, I'm giving you people a rule in this place. As you are young people, no kissing, no necking, no hugging. They carried me to social media. They didn't know they publicized the message for me. They said, Pastor Mrs. Enenche gave law in their church that people should not hug, they shouldn't kiss, they shouldn't neck. Whatever they want to say, let them say. I don't change my mind. Because let me describe a little anatomy and physiology to you. Sexual response is controlled by two systems. It starts off with the sympathetic nervous system. When you say, walk to the girl, you walk to the girl. No, walk to her house, you walk to her house. Knock on the door, you knock on the door. Open the door, enter. Walk to the girl, walk to the girl. Put your hands around her, put your hands around her. Start kissing her neck, start kissing her neck. Do this, you start doing. You are fully aware of what you are doing, am I correct? You say no. Yeah, the man and the girl too, she's fully aware. They know what they are doing. But this is what happens. It shifts. There's a point. It shifts. Where you are conscious of what you are doing. To where the system takes over the control. And you are no longer in charge of what is going on until you have finished what you wanted to do. Those of you who have never tried it, don't try it. Those of you who tried it and fell, you know what I'm saying. So you ensure that you never allow yourself to come to the point where your sexual response shifts from sympathetic nervous system control to the parasympathetic nervous system control. Because once you cross that dividing line, you actually more often than not have no control again until the bad deed is done. So that's why I say to young people, don't start. Because when you start kissing yourself, you are aware of what is going on. Your head still there, your head. But you get to a stage, it just switches, bam. Just a switch. And then next thing, oh, Father, forgive me. You knew what you were doing when you started. Don't run yourself into the hand of the devil. Don't become a victim. Establish rules, establish laws. When my husband, God's servant, and myself were in courtship, we made rules. If we are in a house, the front door must be open. Windows must be open. Draw the blinds. I was living on my own as a doctor in the hospital where I was working, and I had a 2-bedroom flat to myself. And even if he came to visit, front door open. And there was this mature nurse who had an issue and lost her home or whatever and had no accommodation. And they told her that there's one young doctor girl that has 2-bedroom flats. You ask her if she will let you stay. So she came and said, yeah, why not? I'm not using the second room, so you can come and use it. If ever my fiancé that time came to visit and she was coming from work or whatever, at any point in time T, moment M, she came back, she would find the front door open, even if it is evening. Not afraid of mosquitoes, not afraid of whatever, rain, front door open. She would just walk in and in whatever position, sitting on this side and sitting on this side, she will meet us, no compromise. After several weeks, she started living there. She came one day, we were sitting, and she knelt down and said, pray for me. I haven't seen this kind of integrity before. If I had it, my home would not have broken up. And we said, what do you mean? She said, Anytime I come, I've never found you people in a compromised position. Pray for me. I'm also a Christian. I want that kind of integrity. Set rules. Beloved, set boundaries. Say this far. You can agree that your highest expression of affection is a handshake. Some young people are laughing. It's like, this is ridiculous. Is this woman okay? I'm okay. Oh, I know what I'm saying. Oh, I don't do counseling. Tire. You'll be seeing people crying and weeping. They are married, but marriage is now in wahala. Marriage in trouble. Let your highest expression of affection be a handshake. Why can't you think of, if this is a married woman, are you going to hug her the way you are planning to hug her? What of your sister? If this is your sister, are you actually going to hug her the way you are planning to hug this girl? Are you understanding what I'm saying? If this is somebody's wife, and the way you are planning to hug her, full chest hug like this, and the husband of the girl comes, will he not kill you? He will cut off your neck. Premature death. You are looking for what? Premature death. So as you see that young lady, look at her with the mind, this could be somebody's wife. And imagine one huge, tall man who, if he carry you like that, do like this, you just scatter. If that fear is not enough, think about God looking down from heaven. Think about the Almighty looking down from heaven. If that is not enough, imagine that as you are in the midst of what you are doing, rapture takes place. Are you ready to compromise all your years of living for Jesus for 1 minute of pleasure? Young people, this is a major undoing. And when this happens, and people fall into sexual immorality, it begins to damage every ramification of their lives. I always say this. Anybody that is tired of hearing it, oh, I'm sorry, but I have a responsibility to God to communicate His word to my generation.